What's up? What's up, everyone? We're back. We're back with another session, and we're gonna go back to where we left off, which was camera movement. So this is part two. So we're focusing on right now, just moving the cameras right now. We're trying to get more experience in that area right now because we're gonna have to navigate through our 3D environment and get different angles and be able to move around. So we gotta know how to do that. So let's get back to it. So first we're gonna go to learn. I'm on create.roblox.com. So if you want to get to that, just go to roblox.com. From here, we go to create. Then we go to the learn tab. And let's get to overview. And we're gonna go to experiences, get started. Let's see. We did have our project from last time that we were working on at Roblox Studio. So let's open that up. Because this is where we're going to practice camera movement. And let's wait for this to load. While we wait for that, let's get to finding where we can find the tutorials or documentation. Let's see. It's experiences. I am so brand new to all of this. I don't even know where to navigate through the documentation, the tutorials. Here's the project that we started on yesterday, or not yesterday, but the last session, the very first video that I recorded. And we were just playing around with the camera in Roblox Studio. And let's see. Get started. Mm. So okay, so So let's watch this video. Core curriculum. Let's see. This is all right. Let's watch this video.
In this tutorial series, you'll learn how to create a simple platforming game, commonly called an obby on Roblox, where you'll collect coins across a series of platforms on C-stacks. Players spawn on an island and can't jump at the start. As they collect coins, they'll spend them to upgrade their jumping power through clicking an upgrade button on screen. Falling into the water will cause the player to respawn and lose their coins, and the objective is to reach the flare at the top of the highest platform. The tutorial series is broken down into 3 sections. Building, where you'll learn how to create the basic structure of the world with in-studio assets. Scripting, where you'll learn how to create the gameplay for the experience using Luau scripts. And polishing, where you'll learn how to finish off your experience with lighting, visual effects, and high-quality 3D assets. Let's get started.
So we're gonna start with building something right now. That's always more fun for me. And what I've learned about myself is that I learn more because I'm a hands-on learner. So I gotta get right into it. I gotta get right into the building the games. I'm not a guy that's gonna read the manual from start to finish and then start building. Like I would much rather just start building something to get me excited about, the process, and that would motivate me to keep going every day and learning. And that's how I would learn through, you know, that's how I would just refer to the manual for everything I have, any question or any little thing that I gotta work through, and I would just refer to the manual, and that's how I would, get educated on how to run, go through the process. And it's gonna be that's how I learned. This is how I learned the best. So right here, we're gonna learn many essential studio features. We're gonna recreate a simple 3D platformer, obby, and the player is gonna collect coins. So, chapter 1, we're gonna build a gray box. We're gonna learn how to create a .rbxl file, which represents the experience on the Roblox platform. So this is basically the game file. So we're gonna learn how to create that, and we're gonna create an environment. We're gonna create the island where the players spawn, and then we're gonna create the gray box, which is the playable area. So click get the place file. So let's see. Let's click this. So Roblox Studio is loading up. So this is basically the game that's press space to jump. Right now, it's basically like an incomplete game that we're gonna learn how to add stuff to it to make it a more polished game. Right now, we can't even collect the coins. You know, we can jump. Let's see if we can die if we jump into the water. We can't die. We're supposed to die when we get into the water. We can only swim. So, yeah, we can't even jump, double jump. You know, we're supposed to be able to jump higher as we collect more coins. We can trade those coins for jumping power. So, I guess this is a checkpoint, maybe? I don't know. But I guess we're gonna work on polishing this game. So let's close that. So this is a sample place. Now let's click on those three dots in the corner here, and it's gonna click on edit in studio. So we can open this up in studio so we can edit it. So there we go. We have it loaded in studio. So I would now, so we can, instead of, you know, you know, just learning camera movement in a basic template with nothing in it, like we did in the first video. Now we can learn these things with, something more. We have a model, we got a map here, so we got a player, we got coins, we got these models here, these buildings. And then we're gonna learn how to, we're gonna add some features. We're gonna make this more polished. And we're gonna learn our skills, the skills we need to learn, the basic stuff like camera movement. We'll start there, but we're gonna have this game be more polished. But right now, let's save that. Save it. I'll just save it here. We're gonna call it. I'm gonna call it Island Jump. Island Jumper. Save it in my folder. All right. So let's get back to the website, and we gotta learn how to add these features. Let's go back. So first thing we gotta do is build a gray box. Click create a project. So here we're gonna first create the project. In order to start the process of recreating the Island Jump 3D platformer experience, you must create a project within Roblox Studio. A project is a collection of places, assets, settings, and other resources that together represent an experience. You can either start a project from scratch or you can start with one of Studio's templates to provide a basis for your environment and gameplay mechanics, such as base plate template contains a base plate and spawn location object. We seen these when we opened up Studio, these templates. Basic templates, they had more that was more sophisticated, more detailed, different types of game mechanics. But right now, we have the template saved. I have it saved. The file that we could edit but we'll just create a new project just to learn how to do that. So let's open up Roblox Studio. I already have that template saved. So now in the upper left corner, click New Experience button. Let's see where we do that. Upper left corner. Experience. Right here, we can use Command N, keyboard shortcut. So there we go. A new experience, a new hit game. So let's close. So this is our new Command N just creates a brand new file. Basic file. Game empty project basically. In the Explorer window, on the right side of the on the Explorer window, in the Explorer window on the right side of the window, expand the workspace branch and then select the base plate template. So on the right side of the window, an Explorer right here. We don't even know what these windows are yet. There's different windows. Oh, this is the Explorer window right here. So right there. So this is the Explorer window. So this is where they want to expand the workspace. So we expanded it. And then we had to select the base plate object right here. So we got it selected. And if you don't see the Explorer window, you can go to the window menu right here and then tap and just click on that and then it will show. Right now, it will hide it. If you click on it again, it will show it. So over time, we're gonna get to know everything that we can to make the whole process as fun as possible. All right, so press delete. So we're gonna delete that object. All right, so we have it selected. First, we go to Explorer window, which is in the bottom right. Click on the workspace to expand on it, the down arrow next to it, and then we select, oh, hold on 1 second. I'm in the wrong, this one we gotta close. Yeah, this one. Now we click on base plate and we can delete it. Press delete, and now we have this empty. We have this right here, which is the spawn location. So I guess this is where the player will spawn in the game after dying, or, once the game loads up. So the next section the tutorial, you will learn how to use the terrain editor to create an island environment around the spawn location. So there we go. We have a project created from scratch. So you just Command N on the Mac, and that would create a brand new project. And then all we did was delete the base plate. So now we're left with the spawn location, and we're gonna build from there. All right, so next thing is the terrain editor to create the island environment. So click next. So we're gonna create an environment. Creating an environment with terrain allows you to generate a custom. Let's just watch this video.
In this section, you'll learn how to create an environment with terrain. Terrain is the easiest way to create a large organic environment in Studio. You can use a range of materials and tools to generate and sculpt a natural scene using the terrain editor. For this project, you'll make a small island where players spawn and jump on the first few platforms of the obby.
That's pretty. So it's a built-in tool that we have available in Roblox Studio that allows us to create terrains, and it's the easiest way to create that. So we can scope it out, give it a shape. So we're gonna learn how to use that. So the first step in creating your environment is to create a small island that players will spawn to when they start the experience. So that spawn location is where the players will spawn once the game starts. And when their health reaches 0 after they fall off a platform. So when they die and when they start the game, that location is where they'll spawn. But we have to have an island for them to spawn on. So we gotta use the terrain editor. So using the draw tool, you can click and drag anywhere within the viewport to generate a large sphere of terrain to start the island, which you can later shape and flatten for a wide surface area. So it's gonna create a sphere that we can shape. So to create the island, navigate to the toolbar's home tab and click the terrain button. So let's go to Roblox Studio and click on the home tab right here, which is already selected. And then we have terrain, which is already selected. Well, no, it wasn't selected. Actually, it was selected. Wait, I'm confused. Yes, it was already selected. Once it's selected, you'll notice when it has the square that shows you which tab is selected. So right here we have character. We can have multiple selected. So I think you can have, let me see. I think, yeah, these are different things we don't want to mess with right now. So we have terrain editor selected here. When you see the gray box, it means this is selected. So let's click these off. I'm gonna click close these. Cancel. Actually. Oh snap. Oh man, I didn't save the changes. All right, just give me a second here. This is the other file. So let me see. Just give me a second. Gotta load up that old file, that file we were working on. Um, let me see. This is not the one. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna end it here. So I'm gonna try to figure out where I can find that file that we were gonna start generating our terrain on. The one where I deleted the base plate. I gotta find that file so we can continue on with this in another video. So for now, I'll see you guys soon. Peace.